Welcome, this is Ahmed Al-Zaidi, and this is the Information Security Awareness Training. What is information security? Information security is the task for securing the information in a digital format. The goal is to ensure private data kept private. Lesson 1. Understanding security threats. There's a lot of threats that face us when we work in a digital format with computers. Malwares, for example, one of the common threats that we will see. Malwares include viruses, Trojan horses, adwares, computer worms, ransomwares. The idea of malware is damaging or annoying the user. Malware enter the system without the owner or the user knowledge. The general purpose is to cause damage. One of the malwares that we will see in a workplace and in home as well going to be ransomware. Ransomware is a malware that enters the system in a variety of ways. We will come to it in a variety of ways, but enter the system, your computer or your work computer, and encrypt the data on your computer. Or what the meaning of an encrypt? By locking it, and you cannot use it. You cannot use your operating system. You cannot use your computer unless you pay a ransom, and that's why we call it a ransomware. Lesson 2. Practicing safe computing. That's one of the goals. Password guidelines. If we take a situation, if I ask you to create a password that is not case sensitive, that is 8 digits, for example, and you don't need to use a numbers, and you don't need to use a special characters, and you did 8 digits, it will take a program to crack your password 1 second, 1.1 second, or 01. If that's 10 digits, it will take 11 minutes to crack your password. 12 digits, it will take 5 days to crack your password. That is why you need to use special characters, numbers, and digits or letters with your password. And if you did so and you had 8 characters, it will take the program or this attacker to crack your password with 2.7 hours. If it's 10 digits, it will be 2.5 or 2.1 years. And if it's 12 digits, it will take over 14,000 years. What's about creating a strong password? What I want to do with my password? Why I need to create a strong password? Password is the authentication. So when you put your username, this is the identification. You're telling that you are Ahmed Al-Zaidi and you are logging to the system using Ahmed Al-Zaidi. That's me. That's my my identification. But who said that this is me? I need to use a password. That's why password is important. That's why you cannot share the password with anyone. Even if I call you as a technical support and say, what's your password? Do not share. Technical support do not ask you for your password. They don't need it. Do not use simple words from dictionary. Do not use, because there's an attack called dictionary attack. Do not use your pet's name, your first or last name with your password. Do not use something well known to everyone. Use at least 10 to 12 characters long in terms of password, including the special characters, numbers, and alphabetics. Check with your security team if they have a requirement. There's some organization that they say you must have 10, or there's some organization they will ask you for 12. Check with the security team to see what is the goal they want to achieve with the password. should always be changed on a regular basis. 60 to 90 days, it's the maximum that you can go, but you must change your password. If you think your password may have been compromised, change it immediately and contact your IT team. There's some website ask you to enter the answer for security question if you can, and this is used to if you forget your password, make sure that the answer no one knows it. Social engineering. What's the meaning of social engineering? It's a way or a mean way of gathering information for an attacker or by an attacker, relying on the weaknesses of an individual. That's social engineering. It's the pursuit of the victim to provide information or take an action. I want to collect information about you. I will go to the social website, try to find the patron. I will go online and I will search for your website, your Facebook, your Twitter, and so on, and I will try to find your personal information. What is the common thing that's showing in every pages? And that's my patron. So if you have a background of blue, everything blue, you're wearing blue, you have a mug of blue, and I get a question, security question, say what's your favorite color? It's obviously going to be blue. You like your car, you have a BMW, for example, all your pictures online for your BMW, and I get what's your first car or what's your favorite model of car. It's obvious to be a BMW. That's social engineering. That's the pattern that they look to. But there's another way where I send you an email, a phishing email, and try to threatening you by taking action, by clicking on something and providing your information, your user and password. I'm hitting the weaknesses. I may send you an email, say, hey, I'm in need of money. Can you provide me money? Can you provide me your bank account? Or I will send you an email, say, hey, I'm so and so on. I'm the provost. I'm the president of the university, or I'm the principal of the school, and say, hey, you need to click over here to verify your information, or I'm going to fire you, for example. Ransomware can spread the same exact way. I will send you an email saying that download this file and print it for me and hand it to me on a paper format. The moment that you download the file and you open it, your system is locked down. In social engineering, as we mentioned, phishing is sending an email claiming to be from a legitimate source, tries to trick the user into giving private information or taking an action, like for example going to another website and providing the username and password. Do not click on any link. Make sure that the link is actually, if you know the website, for example, your bank send you a message that your credit card is going to be deactivated, and you know the website for your bank account, go directly to the website. Do not click on the link. It's maybe a fake. There are 7 flags when you receive an email that you must see and know. Number 1, coming from whom. So if you click on from, click on it, it should show the name of the person. For example, let me say the username at your organization. But if it's a different email, then this is a fake. With that, let me say you clicked on whom, and that's correct. This is coming from so on, so on. Make sure it's coming to you directly. So if it's targeting you, not in general, that's what the second flag that you want to see. Phishing always will have a hyperlink. Do not click on this hyperlink. Make sure from the date. A lot of attacks occurs overseas. While we have night, they have day. And technically, if you receive it in the middle of the night, who's sending an email in the middle of the night? That's the question that you need to ask yourself. The subject. What's the title? The attachment. It will include an attachment that they want you to click on it. And the content always going to be in a threatening manner. Okay, they want to push you to take an action. They want to push you to provide your information. It's always coming from a legitimate source, as someone you know. Okay, when it comes to practicing working with documents, we should we make sure that the document properly shredded before going to the dumpster, because there's a method of attack called dumpster diving, and over here the attackers will go to your garbage, opening the files and try to collect information about you. In a digital format, we still have it, but called Google Docking. And if you have like a confidential information, try to make sure that you get rid of everything with the backup and everything. You wipe it out, you format the hard drive, you deleted it from your email, because it's information that's so critical. If you have a paper, a document that is confidential or private information on it, not only shredding it, but highlight the information that's important with a black marker, then shred it. Because now it's easy. It's not going to be easy to take the pieces of the shredded and tape it and create the document back again. Because if you throw it in the garbage, I can go to the garbage that's shredded and I try to figure out by bringing everything. Tailgating is a method like shoulder surfing, tailgating, and piggybacking. These methods is where you are authorized to access a secured area only for employees, and you go inside the area, you open the door and you go inside, and I sneak behind you. That's a tailgating. Or I will be on the phone and pretend that I'm trying to open the door, or I'm busy and so on, and you come and you open the door for me, and you will access and I will access behind you. Okay? Or shoulder surfing is one of the common way. When you are on the computer, there's someone behind you. He have access or she have access to your screen, to what you're typing on the keyboard. That's a shoulder surfing. When someone in the area and it's behind you, he have access or she have access to what you're doing. It's so important to stop what you're doing and wait until that person to go away. There's a lot of times where your computer face behind your computer, behind you there's a window, and you have your computer facing the window and you're facing your computer, so behind you the window. If I'm outside, I can see what you have on your computer. So it's so important. Either I have a screen block with the one that protect the screen from from shoulder surfing, so it needs to be directly to look at it so you can see it, otherwise people will see it black. Or I need to have my computer to face a wall. Someone cannot access my computer because it's a shoulder surfing, especially when I'm dealing with information that's private. If there's someone in my area, I need to make sure who's this person. Do this person have an authorization? And even though if I know that this person employed at my institution and my organization, but I don't know if he's or she is authorized to see this information, I need to protect the information by trying to make sense of my surrounding. So I will try my best not to let anyone see my screen, see what I'm typing on my screen. Maybe I'm putting my password. So it's so important that shoulder surfing is to have in mind when I'm typing my password, I don't want someone to look at my computer while I'm putting my password, because now they have your password in a plain format because you are typing on the keyboard, so I can see your password. If you have any other questions, please do not hesitate to contact me. This is my student email for my PhD. Um, and if you like, you can contact me on LinkedIn. This is my cell phone if you have any questions that you need to ask. Thank you very much. Have a good day.